Well, hello, welcome back, my Paralanguage buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Paralanguage guy, and we're back on another episode of the Paralanguage Guy Show, number 14. And well, today we have a couple topics that we need to address. We're gonna have Kamala one more time. I don't think this is gonna be the last time we're gonna have a Kamala in the show, but and for sure, I'm happy that this is the confirmation that, well, we are definitely not going to have her for the next 4 or 8 years either. And jumping right into what brings us today, Kamala and Biden's reaction to Trump's victory. Biden just spoke like 15 minutes ago. We're gonna have him in today's show as well. And the reactions, well, couldn't be more, let's say, diverse or different. But I'm pretty sure that Biden voted for Trump. But we're going to find out right now. And before we begin, we need to address, speaking of brain damage, singer Billie Eilish reacts to Trump's election victory by posting Instagram story, "It's a war on women," to her 120 million followers. Yeah, it's like, why do they do this? It's always my question. Do they do this out of actually being evil or actually being stupid? Because, well, you cannot be, in some cases you can be evil and stupid at the same time, but usually you don't get to, you think that you don't get to 120 million followers that way. But nowadays, when you sign a pact with the devil or with the music industry devils, you never know. But I will let you decide that one. But let's start with Kamala. Right away. And in the case of Kamala, we have a problem, because it seems that you know, this last speech, this concession speech was, I thought it was from the heart. She seemed relieved in many ways, but there was something off. Like, I think that we have heard this before, and thanks to, what's this account that created like a compilation, not a compilation, but a combination of what was Kamala's words and what were Hillary Clinton's words in the same scenario. So let's watch. This was from the recount.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for.
This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked so hard for.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition.
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country.
Well, so far, that second part, you know, it is obvious. You have to congratulate your opponent, and you have to be willing to work with him. And in the case, well, Kamala has to work a bit harder because, well, she has to help the transition herself because she's the VP. But the first part, it is like, it took me by surprise in the sense that, yeah, it is absolutely not what you expected, but why did you repeat Hillary's words? Is it that they have the same team? Is this the same team that work for Hillary is working for Kamala so far? And by the way, the numbers don't lie. $1 billion cost Kamala's campaign. $1 billion. So it was against the $330 million was Donald Trump's campaign. And right now they have a debt of 20 million. They are scrambling to find those 20 million because, well, they are $20 million. $20 million in the red. It seems that, you know, all these artists, such as John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen singing, it was not for free. It's a bit pathetic, don't you think? It's that you have to pay them for their endorsement and their songs. That's why Beyoncé did not sing. Because maybe the tab was too high for the campaign. It was going to be like 10 times. This is 10 times John Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen. What are we going to do? Just tell her to speak for 4 minutes and fool everybody thinking that she's going to sing. Not even half a song, let alone, Taylor Swift.
Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background.
We've spent a year and a half bringing together millions of people from every corner of our country to say with one voice that we believe that the American dream is big enough for everyone.
Well, the problem with this is that I can understand why Kamala was forced to say that she brought people together. Because that is the essence of the Democratic Party. The conservatives were the ones who rejected, all people outside of their thinking. And the Democrats were, oh yeah, let's bring everyone together. But what did they morph into? What did the Democratic Party morph into? Like the party that rejects everything that is not what they say. If you don't abide by their rules, you're a Nazi, you're garbage, you are less than human. That's what they have done, and they were so blind to see that they were driving people away. It is the greatest thing. It is the greatest thing that the results speak for themselves. That massive, not only the White House, but also the Senate, the House, and of course, there's currently a conservative majority in the Supreme Court. So, well, the current circumstances support that they are wrong. You try to bring people together, but only on paper, only by name. That's just words. That's dust in the wind. You have to speak with your actions. That's the thing.
Young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay.
Yeah, but please tell those women and some men, if we can call them men, that we have seen in these days, especially in yesterday's show, their reactions are a bit over the top, and they should, control their emotions.
To the young people in particular, I hope you will hear this.
On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while.
All right, this is gonna take a bit more than a while. At least, let's say some 12 years.
That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
This loss hurts, but please never stop believing that fighting for what's right is
worth it. Yeah. Oh, so they're going to win at some point. This is the eternal dance of Republicans and Democrats. But that's one thing that I noticed is that Kamala was sad, of course. This is something that is natural. She lost. Was 107 days of campaign. It's not that much for the standards. It should have been more if hadn't the circumstances should have pointed to Biden. We're going to be talking about Biden in a minute. But I think she was relieved. That's what I felt from her body language. At last, I'm out of this. She was a fish out of the water with all of this. I'm really glad that she realized this, and she was not made for the job. And she drank, that was the worst part, she drank her own Kool-Aid, in the sense that she believed all the lies that not only her team, but the puppet masters tried to push onto her, in which I think it was a bit rushed, picking her. I think they really thought that they could pull a combine Obama and Hillary. Let's have the first woman president. Everybody is going to vote for her. Yeah, especially women. And we have an example right next. But first, we need to see these reactions. This is very public picture, so I have no problem in just put it in here. I thought it was important. But it combined between her husband and Tim Walz and her stepdaughter, they cried much more than Kamala. Kamala was really strong to, well, control her voice. I gave her that. It's not going to be easy. Shouldn't be easy in an election night that she just went away, just like Hillary. But again, it's like a bit sad for your supporters to tell them that it's over. It's over. But that's the right thing to do. I have another clip in here. Oh yeah, this, the kind of premonitions that I want to mention sometimes. A squirrel was seen prancing through the stage right before Kamala spoke. Was it Peanuts' ghost? Was this never mess with squirrels? Democrats? Yeah, that's something that's the lesson that every politician should learn. But again, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. In the meantime, remember to download my free body language tips right in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my email list as well. So, moving on, we need to address, before we talk about Biden, we need to address the kind of expectations that some of Kamala's voters had on election night. This video is from a political scientist, this lady, who posted this video on the day of the elections. And she has a very cute anecdote about buying champagne, for the celebration that they were going to have the first woman, black, half Indian, cackling president, which would have been quite an achievement, not gonna lie. But then this video is making the rounds out there, and you absolutely need to watch it. I'm going to make sure to generate the subtitles for you. So let me just forgot to generate the subtitles. I always forget this kind of thing. But why does this happen so often? But doesn't matter. It's gonna be just it's gonna be generate subtitles just in case you can follow up much easier, and it's gonna be in just 5 seconds. So she was speaking about, she was talking about buying champagne, and there she goes.
Okay, so we're closing in on almost 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I've been tracking everything that's been going on across the country today. And my most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne.
I think she had already drank a bit of champagne when she recorded this video. That's my impression.
I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he asked me, why I was getting the champagne. And I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight.
Oh, that's nice. You're going to be toasting Madam President. That sounds
nice.
He
just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard.
Imagine that someone tells you that he's not telling her, no, you're wrong, Trump is going to win. The man was polite enough to say, no, Trump is going to win. Kamala is not. He was polite enough to say, hey, it's really close and it's okay. I'm not saying that Kamala is not going to win. It's just it's really close. And, well, her reaction.
Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to.
reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. Imagine how delusional. The abortion topic is way more important than the economy and than anything else. Well, she's got the physiognomy to that matches.
And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa.
Okay, so she is going to take all the swing states plus Iowa. How did it go in the end? That Trump got all the swing states plus Iowa. So yes, she was a bit. Again, it's nice when you can speak like this with such confidence. You're so confident in your approach, in your measure of events, that you know that she's going to win and she's going to win all swing states. I would like to speak like that with such confidence.
And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now, the numbers are there. She's taking this election.
Okay, he insists the numbers are so close. Okay, no big deal. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I'm a political analyst. I'm a political analyst. So I guess that that invalidates the man's argument that it was close. No, that it was going to be a landslide for Kamala. That's why I understand now the reactions of so many people, especially women on the internet, that they are filming themselves doing all these crazy things, all this crazy stuff. Remember that this happened before the elections, and they are just breaking down and melting down in ways that they're scary. Maybe we can watch one of them at the end of the show. But this is a kind of delusional confidence that is not based on reality. They are based on your expectations. You cannot base your assessment of reality on expectation. I expect Kamala to win. Okay, do you have any numbers? Do you have any approach to this in the terms of the way that he has handled her policies? Have you measured the temperature and the emotional tone in her interviews? How has it gone with her interviews? That is important. It is not only, I don't know what does she analyze being a political analyst? That would be interesting to know.
I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right?
You do realize you wasted your vote, right? The man was trying to be polite. He didn't even say that he voted for Trump, obviously. She begins to laugh in that, champagne-fueled voice. I guess that she bought 2 bottles of champagne, one election results, and one post-election results. Maybe the post-election results was just smashed against the wall. That is my bet. That is my bet as a human behavior analyst. But she was really dismissive, and especially, and this is the important part, she went home, she put the phone camera in front of her, and she recorded this to share with her TikTok, her TikTok audience. Yeah, a political analyst on TikTok. That is, I have no words.
I didn't care. I walked out with my bottle of champagne and happily walked home. Bye-bye.
Okay, I thought that Kamala's laugh was terrible. There was, haunting. It inspires you so many things. But this lady took it all the way home. And yeah, she still has that that video on her TikTok. She's got, oh my God, she's got what? Close to 270,000 followers. You can imagine what kind of followers are those? What is the quality of followers? The follower quality is directly proportional to the quality of the creator. Like, my body language bodies are the best audience ever to walk the face of earth. But Arlene Unfiltered, if you want to find her on TikTok, you can say hi, you can comment on her video. The video is still up. A former professor in political science. All right, that I wouldn't have liked to be on her class. 40 years in politics, 40 years in politics. Good luck with that. I think it did not work. It's like that guy who guesses who is going to win by a template or a formula. The formula, for some reason, did not work in 2016 and did not work in 2024. So he's taking a break. I don't even remember his name. And for obvious reasons, I think that his formula doesn't work anymore. And she has a cash app to save democracy. Can you imagine how is this poor woman right now, this poor lady is feeling right now? How is she feel? Oh, she has an election she's got an election hangover. We need to watch that. We need to watch that right now. How come I didn't spot?
¿Quién pintó la última cena, Sier?
Wait a second. Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to open TikTok here. How do I? Wait a second. I don't want to. It wasn't expected. Let's look for that. I want to see. I thought there was no follow-up video. I was wrong. There is one follow-up video. Oh my God. Election hangover. We need to watch this. This is live. This is in real time. We need to watch this like right now. Where's my let me see. We're off script. To see what she did. Okay. What? 9 minutes? We cannot watch 9 minutes of you speaking. So, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Either way, here she is. We can listen to her right now.
So, I was up all night with many of you. Lots and lots of lives, lots of long lives. I just finished another long live, and I will be doing more lives as the day and the week progresses. So, as you know, Kamala Harris did not win the election.
No shit.
As the numbers stand right now, there were 18 million fewer votes than in 2020. And as I have said all along, you have to have a huge, huge turnout, and it goes to the Dems. And
I'm not gonna watch your analysis of this. I'm not gonna watch your analysis of this cat lady. Maybe later I can watch the 10 minutes. I can take the hit for you, my lovely body language bodies. But no, we're not gonna watch that election, those 10 minutes right now. We are not going to do it. This we're gonna leave you with this remark by Matt Walsh. You can call me cruel, but I'm truly happy that people like this are devastated and suffering after the election. The misery she feels now makes me extremely happy. She deserves it. This is justice. It is good and moral to find joy in this woman's pain. Schadenfreude is justified. But again, still, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Maybe I will take a look at that video and see if there's anything that can be salvaged. I don't think so. But at least, well, she was brave enough, one, to leave her original video on her account. That takes courage. That takes balls. I'm going to give her that. And two, to publish a dissertation of 10 minutes about what went wrong. I would like to know what went wrong according to her, and maybe we can touch that topic tomorrow. But again, meanwhile, we can be talking about the chat. Your chat is so amazing. Yeah, they are not fooling us. They are not fooling us. This actually happened, and now we need to talk. We need to talk about The View and Jimmy Kimmel. We're gonna be talking about The View and Jimmy Kimmel right now, and of their reaction is gonna be such a thing. See, everything ready, and why? Okay. This is much better, and as usual, I forgot to. Oh my God, so unprofessional. So unprofessional, I forgot to generate the subtitles. I've had a couple technical details these days. So right now we're ready to begin. So the reactions were not only of the people on the internet that they are having these huge meltdowns that we see that they look more like they need an exorcism, but we saw reactions from The View, but we did not see this remark that we're going to see. Harris would have won if we could regulate social media, not to mention Jimmy Kimmel's words. They're going to be watching right after this. But let's watch this clip to see the level of delusion of this.
Think critically. Well, it would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
It's not going to get any better with Elon Musk now in the administration.
So this is easy. Who are they going to regulate? They want to regulate X, the platform that used to be known as Twitter. They want to regulate X because that's where we got all the actual information. And I don't know, maybe they are afraid of that. They don't like the First Amendment and everybody be able to speak their own mind and their own points of view. And they are getting this wrong. Of course, I'm not going to delve into those details because you know that they have everything wrong. It's The View. We're talking about The View. There's nothing rational in here, like at all. So many things that we could be talking about. But before we go into Jimmy Kimmel, there are a couple of reactions that I need to share with you. It's like this. I'm divorcing my wife over the election. We have 2 kids. Trump won again, and my wife, who has watched me preach endlessly about Kamala and decency and, basic human rights, voted for him again. This morning, she actually stuck a Trump 2024 bumper sticker on the minivan. A minivan! Our poor kids ride around in that thing. What kind of men are this? The woman has the pants or the trousers in the UK, right? You say trousers to vote for Trump, the right thing to do, and this man is divorcing her. I sometimes wish that these things are, fake, not real, but sometimes we do know, like the lady that we just saw, the political analyst or whatever, and this one that caught my attention, Suanna Smith, PhD. There is a reason why educated people vote blue. What we are seeing is the uneducated population of America holding the rest of the country hostage. This is why there is such a push to weaken education, ban books, and outlaw the teaching of Black history by the Republican Party. So, the majority of the United States are uneducated people, savages. She's got of course, you guessed it, a PhD on her name. That's so important. Has a PhD. That's why she includes that in her display name. And well, I'm not going to show you the actual picture about the PFP, the photo of her avatar. Checks out. You know that is the demographic. The demographic. Uneducated population of America holding the rest of the country hostage. Oh, this is uneducated people vote blue. Good luck with that. Good luck. By the way, she already locked her account. These are the kind of screenshots I get from my lovely audience in time pitch through my emails and messages. And Jimmy Kimmel is holding back actual tears talking about Trump's landslide. Oh my God! What kind of adult or adult? It is adult or adult. I never remember what is the pronunciation of that word. What kind of grown man appears like this? I mean, you're a comedian, right? You should be cracking jokes about this. Maybe Kamala Harris did not win, and you're afraid of that. Maybe you are in the abstain list. Maybe you are in the did it tapes. Maybe you are in the combined multiverse of debauchery. But man, you need to act like a man, not like this. This is so pathetic, and I really, well, I guess this appeals to his audience of beta blue males, beta blue Democrat males.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go.
Oh, he's about to cry. He's about to cry, and I saw some of you already correcting my pronunciation. Adult. I'm going to do it with an adult. Yeah, you have to be an adult, Jimmy. An adult. Take it like a champ. Why are you like this?
For healthcare?
Just for the record, I was never a fan of Jimmy Kimmel. Now, she made really good jokes about Meghan and Harry. No, I'm going to give him that. You remember those that sing-along song, like a baby song or something like that about, the Dodger cream? That was just fantastic. We'll give him props when props are due. But this...
For our climate, for science.
He says climate and science in the same sentence. I don't think he knows what those two words mean.
For journalism, for justice, for free speech, it was a terrible night for poor people.
It was a terrible night for poor people. I mean, these people have this kind of Temu ivory tower that I cannot comprehend. How do they become so out of touch with reality and talk like that? You're a comedian. You're the host of... You think that you are Mother Teresa or something, or Gandhi. It's like you are this bastion of whatever. You're just there to crack jokes. That's it. That's all that you need to do. Limit yourself to that. Follow Ricky Gervais' advice, please.
For the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO.
Nobody in the United States, and let's not say nobody, but 99% of people in the United States don't really care about NATO. They care about the economy. They care about paying the bills. They care about, not having their daughters with men in restrooms. They care about not having men in women's sports, and that is the stuff. Not having international criminals roaming the streets of the United States. That's the thing that people care about. NATO. I'm sure that so many people are just unaware of what NATO not only means, the word itself, the acronym itself, but what it implies for the United States. Let's be real, Jimmy. Let's be real, and especially your audience, because if they listen to you, I don't think they are that brilliant after all.
For the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Oh, no. You know what? I say that there's going to be a great 4 years, even for the people who did not vote for Donald Trump. I saw a very good remark on the internet, a very good solution to this. If you are worried or afraid, I know that many of you are, we know in which team we are, but just in case, if you know somebody who is suffering because Donald Trump is the brand new president of the United States, then write your concerns on a piece of paper, all that concerns you about that, and check every few weeks or every month and check if any of those concerns have materialized. And when they don't materialize, because they won't materialize, then ask the question, why did you have those concerns in the first place? I'm going to tell you exactly who made that remark. I know that it was Alexandros Marinos at Alexandros M on X who came up with that, and I retweeted that on my X account. Great advice, not what these people pretend to tell you, but this is the current state of things, and this is what they want to sell you in their talk shows. That's why I needed to come up with my own show to combat all that misinformation and give you the real tools of thinking for this. But again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. Remember to download my 100 body language tips in the description of this video, to be subscribed to my email list as well, and we will stay in touch. So moving forward, so happens that Joe Biden spoke today, and Joe Biden spoke minutes ago, and his reaction, his body language, well, you can see that there was this huge difference. I already told you that there was this huge contrast in the way that he reacted to Donald Trump winning, becoming the 47th president of the United States, and Kamala reacting to that. Maybe Kamala was a bit relieved for herself, but Biden was definitely happy, like beaming, like it's like have a sparkle in his eyes. I hadn't seen him this happy since he put the MAGA hat in front of the cameras. And, well, you already know that Jill Biden went to vote in full red, dressed in full red. So the signs are out there. But the most shocking part is how he spoke about all this process, how he spoke about the fact that Donald Trump became president. And became president. You're going to see it right now. Look at that delight. He's delighted. He's delighted of this. He's happy. He's like, I haven't seen this happy in forever.
Thank you. Please. Thank you. It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here. Hi, Finn. How are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole. That's a fact.
Speaking a bit low. We need more. We need more volume of this.
We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully.
Yeah, except for the BLM riots.
And we're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris.
That would have been uncomfortable, that conversation with Kamala Harris.
She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character.
Yeah, everybody got to see her character, or lack thereof.
She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave her whole heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. You know, the struggle for the soul of America, since our very founding, has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory.
Yeah, it is a time for victory. I couldn't sleep like in 36 hours.
State the obvious. For others, It's a time of loss.
Oh, yeah, and the internet is a perfect example of this.
Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made.
Good.
I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win.
Where was this Biden all this time? Did you know that all, you remember that one of the first videos that I made in this new chapter of the Body Language Guy before all the crazy stuff starting with the debate, the Trump-Biden debate. The first video one of the first videos was that comparison of Biden versus Biden. Like you had two people that looked completely different from one another. And is this another clone? Is this another person speaking? Because he is, you can understand what he says. I need to say this. You can understand what he says. He's happy. He's, even if he's reading from a teleprompter, he sounds really natural and has a good tone of voice. It's like he is delighted. I mean, this is when you see how people are happy when you see those who try to conspire against you, namely, starting with Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama, of course. They're trying to take you out of the way because they thought that you were going to be crushed. And one thing that I can understand is the difference between, when you check the past 6 years, the amount of votes that Democrats have pulled off in every election, they always are around 65 million. And in 2020, there's the outlier. The Democrats got 81 million. Joe Biden was elected with 81 million votes. So it so happens that there was like 15 million votes out of nowhere in 2020. 15 million votes out of nowhere. I have to let me see if I can find that graph. People are asking what happened in that in 2020. How could that happen? Asking that question. What some of you are already thinking about, and I don't blame you. What happened? What happened in 2020? How did they, 2012, 2016, 2024, 2024, and 2020? How did this happen? How exactly did this happen? They manifested 15 million votes, like out of nowhere. So the theory of some people is saying that when Obama saw the debate between Biden and Trump, he knew that Biden was going to be absolutely demolished in the election. It was going to be destroyed. And when Biden was going to be destroyed, if he was to be destroyed, then people were going to find out. It's going to be the biggest difference from. It will be the biggest loss of president that served just one term and were defeated in the next one. It would have been the greatest loss of any president in the history of the United States. So maybe they decided, oh, you know what? Before that happens, because that's when people are going to begin asking questions about 2020, and other reasons, of course, that Biden was not in his right mind. That man is not well. He was taken away. He was taken away first because he did not have the mental acuity to continue. That, of course, they will never accept that. And second, they did not want anybody to question 2020. But people are questioning. Democrats are questioning this. Did we actually steal the 2020 election? Was that a thing? Where did those 15 million votes go? If we got record turnout this time, record registration of voters this time, how is that possible? There were much more people that could vote, but the Democrats went back to their 65 million-ish votes. Again, the things that we need to realize that this is a hard pill to swallow. In fact, this is one of the kind of topics that this is the kind of topics that some platforms don't like me to cover, but I could just ask questions. I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking questions. Where did those 15 million voters go? I can ask questions, right? And maybe you can enlighten me answering that in the comments. But again, watching your comments, we can catch up on what your remarks. Today's show has gone really well. I like the way that today's show is going. I think we have time for one last topic. I want to keep these topics, quick, not elaborate too much. I know that I can get triggered and I can get rambling. Maybe I can leave Saturdays or Sundays for a unbridled show in which I just speak at large. Constantine Teo. Constantine, I know that you sent a super chat, by the way. I'm going to read your super chats, Constantine, but I'm going to answer your question. What is my keyboard? It's a DAS keyboard. It's in my favorite. I have bought like three. I'm going to do the ad. It's DAS keyboard. My favorite. This is my favorite brand. I don't know see it. DAS keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard with cherry MX blue. That's why it sounds like that. The line sounds so funny. I like the sound of it. I always love the sound of cherry MX clicks. Yeah, I'm a keyboard nerd. In fact, some of you already know that my keyboard layout is not QWERTY or Dvorak or no. I designed my own keyboard layout, and I name it Borges, my favorite writer from history, Argentinian Jorge Luis Borges. And we're ready to continue with another topic. We have time for one more topic today. There's Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, the main show, the main show that is hosted by the main show is hosted by these brilliant comedians that are the best impersonators of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I forgot one was Sean Ferris, I think is his name or her name. I forgot that. If you remember her name, please let me know. I'm going to look for it because I have time. Just give them some publicity. The main show on X, because SNL isn't funny anymore, starring mommy right now, 88. Her name is St. Palti. You know her. Yeah, brilliant. Sean Farash and Mary Kay Delvey. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. for entertainment purposes only. Just check them out. They're just great impersonators. Well, let's talk about Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, because we cannot get enough of the meltdown of these people and what they say and what they claim and what they are pushing on their acolytes, because it's like they have this ongoing tragedy that we should be, bringing awareness to people. There is hope at the end of the tunnel. There's not everything is lost. We need to give these people hope. You know what? Because they are an endless endless source of memes. I really watched this video. I just posted it. People were talking about it. So you're going to be watching my live reaction to whatever she's about to say.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives.
Oh, yes, that is absolutely true. Consequences. We are going to Mars. We are going to, well, drain the swamp. We're going to make Europe great again. We were talking about that earlier this morning. I'm sure that this is going to be a push for Europe to wake up as well. But yes, this is going to be positive consequences. So far, so good.
We cannot give up.
No, we cannot. We need to keep working. That's why I'm analyzing you, AOC. That I cannot just give up and just move on. No, this is constant, infinite, unending, perpetual meme material.
We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another.
All right. Thank God that she said mobilize to protect one another. But with the meltdown of everybody online, I don't know how they are going to protect each other unless we help them with some straitjackets. That would help. I see people harming themselves so much. Maybe I could show you one of those clips, which is a bit unsettling at the end of this rant. But yes, they need help. So in this sense, she's right. The only thing that I have trust issues with people with have fridge with no magnets or anything on them. It's like why so clean? Why do you have a so bland? I guess this is a kitchen. This is a fridge. I think this is a kitchen. Why don't you have any magnets or something like I don't know, Democrat Party or something, or Karl Marx or something like that? That would be nice. Make your home more homely.
Fascism, another in times of fascism and authoritarianism.
That doesn't happen in the United States. They keep pushing that onto people's minds, so they think that they are oppressed. They are not oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're in the freest country in the world, the United States of America. How is that possible? How is that possible that you put that face, that face? This is that face that you're about to cry. I guess that your husband is crying on the floor, like in fetal position in the floor, crying. Has been crying for the last 48 hours. You could wake up and, make some coffee in your very impersonal kitchen and put your phone up and record this video. But how do you have the gall to speak like this? Like if you were living in North Korea or something. I don't know how they do it.
And this is the era that we are poised to enter.
This is pure dramatism. Whoa.
Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens.
No, he never said that. It was Kamala who moved on with that.
His domestic political enemies.
Oh, yeah. And what did you do with him in New York? And Letitia James said that she's going to fight Donald Trump for the next 4 years. Oh.
Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents.
It is not uncommon. That is vague. That is so vague. It is not uncommon. Oh my God. It is so common. Why you should also, this is my recommendation. Try to use a camera. Maybe you can use the iPads have really good cameras, front-facing cameras. So you have the camera a bit farther from your face, so at least you can record a video that looks better, because oh my God, it is distorted. The image is distorted. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
This is what Joshua Lysak says about adverbs. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering. She gave the benefit of the doubt. That's something that is a lot for people like AOC. These people usually have no comments, say no, but we are so totally lost. Everything is lost. This is the lost generation. I'm going to show you so you understand the amount of reactions, the level of reactions. There's nothing that we saw yesterday compared to this. Please, trigger warning. I'm going to lower the volume of this clip that you're about to see, because it is really triggering. And I guess my belief is that we need TDS exorcism. Maybe someone can craft some kind of exorcism for Trump derangement syndrome. I'm going to trigger warning. Stop. See, that's why I'm recording, because the cops ain't gonna believe this shit. It is great that someone recorded that, especially my favorite part. We need to watch that in slow motion. Is when she smashes her own face against the door. You know, what's it called? The door, the threshold of the door. I don't know. That part. That is the best part. Here it goes. We need like a video with that on loop. All right, this girl would have been famous in the era, the Vine era. You remember Vine? 6-second clips. This would have been amazing. And she has a great voice for death metal as well. Yeah, that's. I don't know what she's saying, but it's great. Stop. Yeah, someone should put some kind of death metal music on this, and that would be just amazing. Oh my God, I'm sure that YouTube is not going to like this. YouTube is not going to like this, but I know that I know that I needed to play this because, well, this is yeah, it's like demon possession. We need to help. These people need help. No, seriously, these people need help, and so many other things that maybe I will touch tomorrow on the show. But still, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. I want to a door frame. That is the word. Thank you. Cinemini. We call it a door frame. Thank you for that. I was lost. My English. Oh, Constantine, you have a lot of super chats here. Yeah, a bunch of clowns. Thank you, Constantine, with that super chat. LJ from Canada. God bless President Trump and the people. You are free. You rock, Jesus. Thank you, LJ. Working hard. I got a lot of super chats from Constantine. Oh, she ain't getting no stick. Oh, my God, you can say that kind of things. And if that's what I believe it means, we can say that in Venezuela or Mexico. We cannot say that in the United States. Oh, my God. And someone's mad 18 million didn't get through. People watched this time. Their game didn't work no more. Yeah, people are really triggered. It's that the $1 billion spent in Kamala's campaign amount to nothing. It was embarrassing. And yes, at the same time, Constantine, we need to send them to Venezuela. It depends. Maybe some will learn in 2 weeks, some in 1 month, some in 3 months. It depends of the amount of their how much they can take. Shannon Miller, the struggle for the soul of America as in possession. Well, yes, this is literally the struggle for the soul of America. This is a spiritual war, Shannon. This is a spiritual war. This has been happening. Emo, hey Emo, great to see you. Great coverage, Jesus. My pleasure. It's always my pleasure to have this show ready for you every weekday at 12 p.m. EST, live through YouTube and the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, on X, Kinesics, and on Rumble, the Body Language Guy channel. But my body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Until we meet on another video or another live tomorrow at the same time. I have to change that, because I used to say that, well, I don't know when we are going to meet again, but we know that we're going to meet at this exact time every weekday. Remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care and be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.